I got a perm yesterday. Let's refresh it while I tell you what a perm even is. A perm is a chemical treatment that restructures the shape of your hair. So your hair in sections gets wrapped around a rod. The size of the rod depends how big or how tight the curl is. A waving solution is put on top of those rods to break the disulfide bonds and start altering the shape of the hair. Then a neutralizer is put on top of that, which stops the chemical reaction and reforms the disulfide bonds. I will go a lot more into depth of the structure of the hair and what's actually happening inside of the hair in another video. Now, there are a ton of different kinds of perms you can get. There is alkaline perms, acidic perms, exothermic perms, cysteine perms, and digital perms. I will make a separate video for every single one of these because there's a lot of information on perms that isn't talked about enough. I got an alkaline perm with what's called a straight back placement using purple and orange rods. Now, the results of your perm will always vary depending on your hair type. I personally have naturally curly hair, so my hair tends to take better to perms than some other people's will. Now, if I have naturally curly hair, why did I get a perm? My hair is naturally a very, very loose curl, and as it was getting longer, it was just falling limp way too quickly for me. It was driving me nuts. I wasn't loving the results of my hair all the time anymore, and it was really starting to actually take a toll on my mental health. Because doing my hair and doing curly hair routines is like my therapy, and I was starting to get to a point where I didn't want to do it because every single time I was doing it, I wasn't happy with the results anymore. So a perm can actually be beneficial for curly hair if you find you struggle with having inconsistent curl pattern. For me, my issue was that the top section of my hair was curly and the bottom section of my hair was falling flat. So getting a perm helps balance that out. So that way everything feels more uniform and I don't feel like I have two separate heads of hair on my head. Getting a perm is just going to make my life a lot easier and make my curls more consistent every single time I style them. When you get a perm, you can't wash it for 48 to 72 hours. But before that, you can get it wet, restyle it, put products in it and all of that fun stuff, and it'll be completely fine. I'm gonna diffuse this and I'll be right back. I didn't even realize there was still a clip in here. Like, this perm just makes my life so much easier. So this was the biggest thing I was talking about. This is what the back of my head used to look like. And this is what the back of my head looks like now. Everything is just so much more uniform. I didn't lose any of my length either, which I was super surprised about. Let me know what other questions you might have about perms. I'm happy to answer every single one of them. And check out my page for more curly hair content and soon to be lots of perms content. Bye.